guys, what's up? Tough977 here with another video of updating for the server. Didn't do a whole lot of visual stuff, visual changes to the map. Mostly everything this week has been in coding, and as you can tell, I'm feeling a little lower than usual. But we'll go for a brief run through the map so I can show you what all we've done and changed and got ready for the server pack this week. So I guess the first thing, of course, you can tell that these buildings are different colored. Actually moved these down from Phoenix's place. He didn't care much for this color of building up at his place, so we moved these down here and we changed his buildings around. And of course, since we loaded on a save game, that grass is going to be growing in the buildings. But this is basically set here. I think this is kind of, everybody's happy with this. We put this nice little, and for some reason the trigger isn't working. I have to figure that out. That could be this truck, I guess. I didn't realize I was in this truck. Let's go back and check that out. While we're on video, might as well make sure it's me and not the settings in the game. But it should trigger. Yeah, it triggers. Okay. It was just the truck I was driving. Other than that, there's nothing at my farm changed much here. Changed the manure pile. Actually made it a little better looking. Onward to Phoenix's place. Can't quite remember what all I've done at Phoenix's place. I know there's been quite a bit of stuff I've done up there, so let's drive on up there and see what I did. And I know I said I wanted, oops, let's get on the road. I know I said I wanted to add beef to this map. The current version of this map that's been released, the gentleman who designed the original map, he released a second version of this, which it's got 2 files in it. It's too big to run the server. It's actually equipped for beef. But this map is a little tougher to get the coding ready. I've got some Lua conflicts, so the Lua files added that. And of course I got the textures down, but we spawned this up in a save game, so you're gonna have foliage growing up through the places where it's not supposed to be. We try to keep the same save game alive and going because it's just mindless to keep restarting the server and harvesting the same fields over and over again. So we actually keep the same save game alive and go that route. Eventually, once we get everything all set, we're going to do one more mass reset to where everything is correct of the save game, and we'll start from scratch. So you can see all that foliage growing up through there. It's an easy fix, but I haven't had time to take care of that. Then we add these buildings for Phoenix. Actually, Phoenix added these buildings for Phoenix. This trigger. The trigger on some of these doors will walk right through the door. Realism for you, huh? Oh, here it is. Yeah, triggers all work. I went through this once before. I think we all have. It's collision gonna come through that door. I'll just walk through the door. When dealing with a server can really throw you some fits. I mean, I can load the same game up on my computer, host my own server, and I don't have any of the issues that I have in the actual server. It's just the nature of a server. A lot of people ask why we don't host on our own connection, it's more for you guys' benefit than ours. I mean, we've, aside from Phoenix, we've all got pretty good internet connections, so that doesn't really pose us a problem. The thing is when you got a little lower quality internet connection, it's harder to join somebody else's server. All the lag ends up being on your end and not on our end, so this is a way to kind of even the playing field to where people even with lower end computers can sort of enjoy the same gameplay, if any of that makes any sense. Ultimately, that's what I strive to do. I strive to make it to where everybody can play, you know. So far, don't have a lot of complaints. Got a few people that join up and lag out, and that happens. Like I've said in the last video, you know, if that happens, try not to join up. If you know it's your computer just not letting you play, try not to join up, because that just, we end up synchronizing, and that just makes it kind of boring for everybody. Here's Glass's house once again. Added these buildings here, leveled this ground out a little further. Of course, these are these triggers, so these triggers are just awesome. They operate no matter what you do to them. They just seem to work. That's the one thing I like about them. Yes, the folding doors aren't as appealing as the sliding doors or the roll-up doors, you know, but I guess it's the one of the prices you pay for functionality. Onward to the main farm. I don't think I've changed anything at the main farm. Whoa. Bad driving, bad driving, bad driving. I went to the same school Phoenix went to learn how to drive. So the stream will be at the normal time tonight, sometime between 6 and 7 Central Time. I might even start earlier. Sometimes I do. You know, I try to keep it to a decent schedule so those that wish to join or watch the stream don't have to wonder what time I'm going to start. For a rule of thumb, I like to have everything going before 7. So if you show up by 7, everything should be going. Some days I'll start up 6:30, some days 6:45, just depends. And today we have a lot to harvest, so anybody that's wanting to join up and do some harvesting, we've got a lot to harvest. We're going to need some people hauling some grain. We've got good combines. Toby put in some work and hooked us up with a good combine pack, and he edited them to work for us. And our army of combines are not here. I do not know where they went. They must be out working. But yeah, nothing really changed at the main farm. Did make a place for Toby. Toby kind of likes to be a little more secluded, so we ended up making him a new place. So Monty's going to be taking over the main farm, and Toby is going to be using this as his base of operations, I guess you want to call it. Toby is still the the foreman, the head nacho, the big cheese. He's the one that makes the machine spin when the server's going, when we're streaming, things like that. He makes sure it's happening. And like this foliage here, this grass growing up through the floors, when you start a save game, a normal save game that's not been edited, the map hasn't been that right there is one of the perils of editing on a live save game. But anyways, once you restart this game, start a new game, then you won't have this foliage growing up through the floors. It's all been cleaned out in editor. It just doesn't register the gross states on a different file than the i3D file that actually comes from your save game file. Other than Toby's place being changed, yeah, I can't think of anything down on that end of the map that I did. Like I say, basically a few cosmetic changes, a couple more major. When you're playing this game single player, if you host your own server, I'm talking not like what I have, a rented dedicated server. If you're actually hosting the connection on your own computer, you can put the placeable Schweinmast buildings in here. I had them in the mod pack. Unfortunately, I, for some reason, took them out of the mod pack. If you want to find the placeable, the Schweinmast buildings are for beef and pigs. Because I actually, the buildings I installed here, let's see if I can get over to it. I need to fix that. The buildings I added in here actually accommodate, well, they're not showing up because I don't have the, oh, he just jumped down in the ditch. They actually accommodate beef. The first lot up there is pork, and then the one right across from the shop, it's national beef. That's beef sale point and pork sale point. So if you actually want to get into raising, rendering, things like that, then you can download the Schweinmast placeable. And I think it's on modland.net. There's also one on ModHub, I do believe. They all operate under the same principle. So you just load them in the game, they're placeable, you buy them, place them where you want. I did leave enough space at my farm. Oh, let's go up and check out National Beef. I haven't showed that to you yet. Yeah, there again, everything else here is the same. Yeah, there's National Beef. The trigger is back there for the beef sale. This is a grain dump trigger. And that back, the door, if you actually back your trailer up to this door, if I remember right, it's a trigger as well. I think I added a trigger there. I may have, I may not have, I can't remember. I've done so much, it seems, to this map that can't remember what I've planned on doing and what I've actually accomplished. It's one of those things you just play the game and find out what's done, what's there. But that's about it for the additions. Oh yeah, I was going to take you back to this farm. And I've had a few suggestions. I've given what suggestions I've been given a lot of consideration and things like that. A lot of people are asking me to just record straight up gameplay for you guys. I don't know, me, I try to do this for entertainment for you guys more than anything, so I don't know if that's going to be a real entertaining video for you to watch me driving around farming. I mean, I could try a few, do like Let's Plays like Phoenix does. I give it a whirl, see what happens. Of course, right now I'm as you can tell, I'm a little sick, so recording is a royal chore for me, to say the least. And yes, the stream will be tonight. I'm not going to skip out on that. Wouldn't dream of doing that to you, all 4 of my dedicated viewers. Really should smooth that driveway out there too, that approach. But this spot right here, where this fence is, where this trailer is actually, if you get the placeable Schwein mass building, I should have left it in here so that I could have done it, showed you guys how to do it. It will work in single player. It will work in your in a multiplayer game that you start on your PC. But you can actually drop the building right there and it just fits perfect. You've got perfect space to get in and out of. You know, it's close to everything where you need it. Silage and grain, all that. As for the mods, don't think we've added a lot for other mods. Maybe we changed a lot around. I mean, there's some things that weren't here before, but to be able to put my thumb down on one thing, I can't right off the top of my head. I know we've done a lot of editing of the mods, so always like to do that. We like to seek out the problems that certain mods have and maybe try to make them better, enhance them in any way we can. You know, a lot of people kind of complain about some of these mods that's edited that we've taken the realism out. I'd like to hear you guys' opinion on that. Toby and I have been talking about taking all of our edited mods and taking them back to realistic levels and playing an actual, you know, as realistic as possible, you know, immersive type gameplay. That's something we was wondering if you guys would like to see that, or would prefer gameplay like that, or you just like it like what we do. You know, we just a bunch of guys get together and goof around and maybe we're not really inside the normal realms. Because I know some of you guys don't like seeing a combine that harvests at 30 miles an hour and can hold 150,000 pounds. So there again, guys, suggestions, comments, you know, all ears. We're always all ears to hear new ideas and what your opinion is. It's the only way I'm going to make my end of the server or the gameplay any better is if you guys speak up, tell me what you like, what you don't like. And mods, I've been getting a few requests to add mods. I'm not going to add personal pickups and stuff like that for people that just join up once in a while. If you've got a personal vehicle in the game, it's because we've played together for a while and that's it. The thing is we have a lot of stuff in here, and I'm not really wanting to add to that pile, if you know what I mean. So that's about all I can think of. Anyways, if you guys like what you watch, leave a like and subscribe. Love to see you at the stream tonight. If you want to join up. The mod pack link is going to be in the description below the video. Have a good day, guys.